Hey guys, about to go into the first round of a Oath of the Gatewatch draft. Drafted a black-red colorless deck that seems sort of like the Battle for Zendikar version of it because it has a bunch of synergy, which doesn't always happen in this format. And I would like to play first. This is a bad hand. We got one of our 18 lands, so we're going to have to mulligan. This one's better, a lot better actually. Flare Drone is pretty sweet. I think I'm going to put that on the bottom. Getting to a colorless source seems a little bit better right now. But we have turn 2 Kozilek Sentinel. Then I probably play turn 3 Flare Drone because it can start, pressuring my opponent's life both by being able to swing through most things that'll be on the table at that point, and just pinging him every time I play basically every creature in my deck except for Embodiment of Fury. There's a Swarm Surge, which will be our late game plan, so we'll play our Sentinel. End our turn. Blue-green, you don't see a lot of that. Alright, Stalking Drone. There's our Slaughter Drone. Yeah, I'm going to play the Flare Drone first, which pumps up my Kozilek Sentinel and means I can swing. If he doesn't have colorless mana, I can just block with my Flare Drone anyway. Would be nice to draw our Lantern for the colorless, but this deck is going to struggle to get colorless super early, and I'm not really relying on it. If he swings here, I would just take it. No swings. Alright, so he's 3 colors, it appears. There's a translator, but we can't cast it yet. I'm going to go ahead and play Kozilek Shrieker. Drops our opponent to 17. And the question is, how likely do I think it is he has a trick here? I don't know how much I want to trade a Flare Drone for a trick when it's kind of like one of our win conditions right now. I think I'd rather just swing with the Sentinel. Get in for 2. We just have to keep playing cards, and he'll continue to hit our opponent's life total pretty hard. So when he stays untapped, we don't really want to be swinging into a 2/2 who could be getting pumped one way or another. Come on, mana. All right, that is a nuisance. Yeah, if we drew our colorless land right now, I'd be so happy. We didn't, but we did draw a land, which I'm pretty happy about. So I'm going to play Slaughter Drone, which will ping our opponent. So he can double block my Sentinel now to kill it. He could also double block my Flare Drone to kill it. But I think I swing with the Sentinel and the Screecher at this point. Although keeping guys in play might actually be worth it because of Swarm Surge. But let's be aggressive. So our opponent can choose to double block our Sentinel with his 2/2/2s and kill it. But if he does that, he can't kill my Kozilek's Screecher, so that's why attacking with both makes it so he can't kill both of them in any way because he's tapped out. So he can kill one of them, but he has to lose a card no matter what if he does. All right. It's kind of half a card for him there, so that's not a bad block. But it does drop him to 12. Alright, so Containment Membrane is annoying, but Not that annoying. I mean, we can just attack back at him with our flare drone this turn and not really be worried. Okay, so play Sludge Crawler, who's a pretty good draw. Pings him for 1. And I could attack with Slaughter Drone too, and I think I do. I mean, if he blocks with his Stalking Drone, we're fine with that trade, I think. And if he double blocks this, then, you know, stuff just dies. Okay, well, we're really happy with that. I think maybe he thought that. Doesn't realize this has first strike. Oh, no, he could do that. That's right. That's why he did that. Well, that was bad on my part. Okay. That drops him to 9, though. Got rid of a card, sort of. But, yeah, that was a misplay on my part. Good punt there. I forget that colorless counts the Scion token. I'd love to be able to play the Translator and then play Swarm Surge. It's kind of the ideal situation. Bone Saw. It's a little unusual. Okay, Seer's Lantern. I'm pretty happy about, actually. I mean, it does mean that it's hard for me to attack this turn, but I think I still play it. I mean, I could attack and trade no matter what. And maybe it's worth it because I know I can play my Sentinel next turn. But I think because we have Swarm Surge, it's better to be a little conservative because we can just Swarm Surge and like break up this whole board, especially once we play our Translator. So I'm just going to pass. I mean, we're at 20. We can afford to take a few hits here if he wants to Bone Saw his Stalking Drone. Our Seer's Lantern can also help us draw into stuff we need, but I think we're in relatively good shape. Would be in better shape if I hadn't swung with my Flare Drone. All right, so that's a 3-4. That's beginning to be a problem. But it's less of one once I cast Swarm Surge and play my 3-5 this turn too, for that matter. Well, there's an Embodiment of Fury too, but I think for now I'm going to play the Translator. Cool thing about him is he doesn't have to tap for it, so I can use it the turn he comes into play. So I could use it now. If I wanted to trade like Slaughter Drone for Juju Stalwart, I could. But we're just going to pass. And hope he doesn't either remove a creature or play anything that modifies the board too much. Use Swarm Surge next turn, and then he's basically forced into a bunch of awkward blocks or death. So I think that's pretty good. I mean, he can equip Bonesaw for 1. He does have 5 mana right now because of his Lifespring Druid, but that also means one more creature will be tapped. Granted, if he plays a creature who's big enough, I won't any longer be able to go like Swarm Surge and not worry about anything. So, okay, well that's not big enough, so that's good. That's good for us. If only our Kozilek Sentinel was also untapped. Because these I'll still have 2 mana to pump Sludge Crawler if I need to. And everything else will be big enough that the best he can do is just chump it, basically. Okay, I could also just play Embodiment of Fury now, but I don't think I want to. I will play this land, because that could come up. And I'm going to cast Swarm Surge. My opponent, it's worth noting, does have mana up for various tricks and stuff like that. But I think chances are we're going to be fine. So, I mean, he doesn't have to block all of them, but we can attack with everything here and not be too worried about our life total. So we may have to pump our Sludge Crawler, but Okay, he conceded. All right, well, the Swarm Surge plan worked there. That's for sure. We saw quite a few creatures who died to 1 damage. So that's nice. Could be nice anyway. I don't think I'm going to set it in, though. Didn't see a lot of flyers or anything. That would be when I bring those in. I think we just keep things as is. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Yeah, Swarm Surge is definitely better. I mean, it was definitely playable at times in the old triple battle for Zendikar format, but people were competing so much over colorless cards there because it was considered one of the better decks that it was like hard to get a deck that had enough colorless creatures, and we made it happen here. And Swarm Surge, like I said when I drafted it, is really great at breaking through board stalls like the one we got in there. It's pretty hard to deal with an army of creatures with high power and first strike, and that's basically everything in my deck except Embodiment of Fury gets first strike from it, so that's pretty sweet. All right, our opponent is choosing whether or not to play first still, so I'll be back with you guys once we see our hand. Oh, there we go. I think this is a keep. It's a little slow, but we have removal, and we have all of our colors, including colorless, so I think I keep it. We're on the draw, so that makes it a little better, I think. Yeah, another 5-drop, so we've got some action later, and we do have a way to interact early with our Titan's presence if we need to. Does our opponent have a 2-drop? No, but we drew one because we're really lucky. Granted, we do have a lot. Like, once our hand has none of them in it, the chances of us drawing one are pretty decent when we have a couple draw steps, so. So he doesn't seem to have his blue. Okay. Do I want to use Titan's Presence on that? Probably not. I'm probably willing to use Unnatural Endurance, though. So, guess let's offer the trade. Actually, he's probably not even going to trade. He needs blue, probably, but let's go ahead and swing and see what he does. I bet he doesn't even trade because he wants blue, which does make me think about using Titan's Presence to take it out and keep him off his blue. And then we still have Unnatural Endurance to use if we need it later. Yeah, I'm going to take it out. We're going to choose that, and we're going to reveal Vestige of Emrakul. I think keeping him off blue bodes well for us because we also have a pretty slow start here, so. I mean, we can also make our Slaughter Drone start trading with anything once we play this Corrupted Crossroads. This turn we'll be playing our Vestige, though. All right, well, that's annoying. So now we probably don't attack with our Slaughter Drone. Still not going to play the Corrupted Crossroads. If he thinks I'm like hurting for colorless mana, it might help my case. But I'll just play my Vestige here and pass. I don't really want to trade for half a card when my Slaughter Drone can trade for basically anything. So, right, there's red. I forgot he has blue and red in his deck, so hitting that Lifespring Druid was an even better decision. Ooh. That makes it look like less of a good decision, because that card is a serious problem. Like a legit problem. I'm probably going to have to use up Unnatural Endurance to kill it, and then I'll still get a 1/1 out of the deal, so it's not exactly ideal. For now, I think I just play my Translator and pass. We're like in a board stall from the very start of this one. And I'll end my turn. I mean, if he wants to swing with his Seed Guardian, I guess I'd trade with my Slaughter Drone. Don't love it though. Seed Guardians, and it's the same with Scion Summoner. They're both like value creatures where you're like, if you trade with just that card, you feel pretty bad about yourself. Titan's Presence would have been nice on Seed Guardian because he wouldn't have gotten the Elemental, but I think we also slowed down his, slowed down the game basically. Yeah, he doesn't want to attack. Not a big surprise. Okay, well, Oblivion Strike will deal with Seed Guardian without us having to deal with the Elemental. So I'll go ahead and play a land. And I'm going to cast Oblivion Strike on the Seed Guardian because I don't like it. See what he does. Then we'll swing with our Vestige. And I guess our Translator too, actually. Kind of forget that he's more than just a mana dork. He's a very beefy mana dork. My opponent just disconnected. So whether that's because of he actually disconnected or rage, which I've seen happen a few times on Magic Online, we'll find out shortly. But I'll stop recording while we wait for my opponent to return. All right, so I think we did experience a rage quit since our opponent only disconnected. The immediate moment we Oblivion Striked his Seed Guardian and we're getting ready to swing for 6. He probably really needed blue or something and was angry. So, I mean, it could be just really coincidental disconnect, but that's what it seems like. So we won round 1, and hopefully we can do the same in round 2. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this.